Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do something a little different, something a little bit more creative, and probably there's some other people out there that have this issue, that have LS swapped their C4 Corvettes. But as you can see, I basically have an issue where my intake temps, it's only like 70 degrees outside, and my intake temperatures are seeing 130, 135 degrees, and it's still cool out. Once summer comes, I expect probably to see 150, 160 with all these underhood temperatures and heat coming off the pavement. So this is a stock air box. I have a little under 3 here and a 4-inch off the throttle body. So my dilemma is, how am I gonna get this connected into something like this with avoiding this big restriction here. What I want to do is design on freecad and 3D print something that comes 4-inch up a little bit, ovals out, and connects into this factory air box. Alright, well, time to get measuring. Up to where that's gonna be. That's about 3-inch riser. So basically, I know I'm gonna have a line here. It's gonna come out and immediately have to go up across and kind of like maybe slope back down. So this is obviously a very terrible drawing it on a tire, but I know that the distance between here and about the peak where that radiator is, let's just call it here, this will be the radiator. This height right here is going to be 3 inches. And I might have to do a couple iterations of this. And then I gotta take my tape measure again. But kind of measure this way. Overall length of this thing, I'm gonna have a silicone coupler on the throttle body, but the overall size of this thing, let's just call it 15 inches. This is 15 inches, so I'll have to print this in 2 sections. It's gonna have to be something like this. It'll be like 1.625. And the width I measured, never know, could be wrong, about 14. Let's call it 14. This is just gonna be a test piece anyways. 14 inches. All right. And the point at which I need to be fully up and over this high spot is about, gonna be about 10 inches. This is my radiator. So my radiator fan kind of comes off like this, and there's a little high spot. But this distance is about 10 inches from here to here. So basically the way I'm gonna draw this thing, I gotta draw my 4-inch diameter over here in CAD. And then over here, I need to draw, I'll have to draw this as like this, I don't want to draw it, but this rectangular piece will be over here. And I have this line that I'm gonna draw it and draw and tell it to sweep. And then you go into this pipe function. You can say, go from here, like along this line, start at this shape, and extrude a pipe to this shape, which is gonna be on this end, and it will automatically morph that. And then I can get it in, play with it, see what needs to be changed, edit this awesome sketch, and then reprint it again. So let's go take this and transfer it over to the computer. So my original sketch would be this circle. I'm gonna say, bam, I wanna use this. I'm gonna sweep this along this spline. So path to sweep along. I need to add an edge. Okay, so as you can see, you have 4-inch pipe following this, but I actually want it, so you can right here, you say section transformation. I want to do multi-selection because I want it to kind of fan out to this shape right here. So I will go add section. I'm just gonna click on it. Bam! Ain't that the coolest thing you ever seen? All right. So there it is. And that's kind of the idea. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to actually take this sketch and make another one here so it does this transformation a little sooner. And what I'll do is I'm just gonna kind of play with this a little bit. I might end up taking down here and taking this sketch, sweeping it down this way and putting a little bump in it at the point where my radiator fan is because I don't want it to hit. But that's also something that I can probably heat up with a heat gun and warp it to where I want it and then take a measurement of that on the second iteration. But let me get this transferred over down here to my I'll probably do it in Kitty Studio. And we'll see if we can get this thing printed. So open this up, boom. As you can see, this thing's huge. It's way too big. I'm thinking that I'll definitely have to break this thing up. All right, so just a quick check-in. I was actually able to finish this and slice it into 2 sections that could be printed on my printer. And here they are, the 2 plates that it's gonna be printed on. Currently printing this one, and then I can print that. It'll be just like a butt connection on this surface to this surface for now, but it will be turned into a slip fit once I finalize the overall design, just because modifying that's gonna be something new to me, but I'll be able to do it. And that's where she's at now. It's printing. I have like an hour and a half to 2 hours left in the print. So let's go get our eyes on it. And this is what it looks like in real life. But yeah, just working on it. So I'll get this print finished, start the next one. I'll get them glued together real quick and we'll go test fit them out on the car. See if it's even close. I fully expect to have to change a bunch of stuff and modify things and whatnot. But we'll make some changes along the way. And we'll see you just a few minutes. Hey guys, so basically this is what I've come up with so far. This is by far my my final design. 4-inch goes to, I forget what this is. I think it's like a 9 or 10 inch wide oval down to the filter. The filter, I realize, is still hitting the front here, which jacks this up. So I can't close it because it'll hit. But without this filter, it actually does sit just fine. So one thing that I'm thinking about doing, I can't really, I'm kind of limited to like the CAD on this because going from 4-inch to this big gobby shape down to a 4-inch with the tools that I'm currently using and my only know-how so far is this additive pipe feature. And it does, you can see like it's a little wonky here. It does its own little shapes here because it's trying to interpolate how to get this from a 4-inch here up to this shape here, which actually there's another one here. I had to put one here because it would try and do some crazy stuff. So I had an oval to a bigger oval to another oval somewhere. I think it's right on this 45, or actually like a 22 and a half. And then at this 45, there's 2 4-inch
circles to try and get it into the pipe or the into the filter. So it looks kind of like it might work. This would be carbon fiber or possibly some other 3D printed plastic. But now my buddy sent me a filter that actually is for a C6, I believe. It has an oval inlet, or outlet or whatever. This flange area here is oval. It's a big wide oval. I mean, it might be 6 inches by 2 inches or something like that. I gotta measure it when it comes in, but I ordered it. It's actually BBK 1704. So I think it's shorter than this one, this way. And if it's not, since it's a big oval anyways, I should be able to move this filter up without CAD doing any crazy thing. So it'd be a circle to like a big oval, and then a little bit smaller oval, not too crazy. So I'm gonna try that. It was like $59 online, and it's a lot wider here, a lot more narrow. I think it's about 4 inches high, or 4.5 or something high, which this whole filter is 6 inches. So it'll even fit in here better, because if I put this on here, but it actually starts crushing the filter there. So basically using a 4-inch filter isn't doable. I was like, well, why don't I just come down off of that, and if I come down off of that and do a 90 one way or the other, maybe I could put the filter on sideways. But let me show you. It's like, well, maybe if I just set this in here and just come up, big oval offset over here and into a 45 there. I mean, maybe even I could get pretty drastic, put it in the middle where there's the most clearance. But basically, if I bring this down, it actually crushes that filter and ovals it right out. So basically, I'm at a standstill, not because I gave up or I'm struggling and I'm stuck, but actually because I ordered a BBK 1704 filter, which is that oval one, and I'm just waiting for that to come in. It's actually going to be in, I think it's at the 19th, which is like next Tuesday, I think. So probably a long enough video. Sorry if I bored you guys, but thanks for sticking around. This is kind of the process I've been going through. I don't have a 3D scanner yet, so I've been just measuring, prototype, and things are changing every time. So just hang with me. There'll be a part 2 to this coming here in probably about a week. But we have autocross coming this coming weekend. I can only make Sunday, but I will bring my camera, make sure I get a lot of content, get some in-car video of me driving around with other people. Maybe there'll be some sweet Porsches or even some of the fast Corvettes there. But until then, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you on the next video.